Warning: the Dub Talk podcast may contain language that is not suitable for younger audiences. Listener discretion is advised. Also, there is always the possibility that spoilers will occur for the anime that we are discussing tonight, so be careful in case you have yet to finish the series and don't want to be spoiled. And finally, the views and opinions expressed are those of the individual participants and do not reflect the Dub Talk podcast as a whole. Oh, and one more thing. If a very carefree but attractive woman in a suit tells you to leave your son to take care of the house while you go overseas, don't do it. Trust us. It's a trap. With that out of the way, let's pop our tops off, shed our skin, and dive headfirst into the warm embrace of Monster Musume, everyday life with monster girls.
Dear viewer, when I die young, bury me in anime, lay me down on a bed of shoujo, sink me in kawaii at dawn, play me off to the words of a love pun, and destroy Andrew where he stands!
So, hello one and all, and welcome to Dub Talk. That's a thing that's gonna stay. I'm not cutting that
out. No! Don't you dare!
This is all your fault!
Alright, welcome to Dub Talk, everybody, the podcast where a group of monsters get together and discuss the latest and greatest in anime English dubs. Megan, contain yourself. Let me get through
Megan,
this,
for
okay?
real, let her do her intro, then you can scream and cry.
Alright, my name is Stephanie, and as you can tell, I'm joined by Megan.
Fuck everything!
But I'm also joined by Amon and Andrew.
Hey everybody,
Hello.
I'm here to have a good time, and I'm going to have...
She's gonna punch you.
I'm so excited. This is what I've been wanting to do for a while, so I'm excited.
Oh boy. So there's a story.
What did I ever do in a past life to wrong anybody? What have I ever done to be mean? What did I do to deserve this?
Oh my god. Anyways, today, we're gonna be, oh boy. We're in for a while.
We're talking about monster titties. Welcome to Monster Musume, motherfuckers.
Yeah, we're gonna be in for a wild ride because we're gonna be talking about the English dub for Monster Musume Everyday Life with Monster Girls.
My mom just told me to watch my mouth and called me a motherfucker. My mother is Samuel L. Jackson now.
This is...
Alright, if you haven't heard of this series, here's a quick little summary. 3 years ago, the world learned that harpies, centaurs, catgirls, and all manners of fabulous creatures are not merely fiction, they are flesh and blood.
And you
not
can
to
fuck
mention
them.
Scale, feather, horn, and fang. Thanks to the Cultural Exchange Between Species Act, these once mythical creatures have assimilated into society, or at least they're trying. When a hapless human teenager named Kurisu Himihito is inducted as a quote-unquote volunteer into the government exchange program, his world is turned upside down. A snake-like lamia named Mia comes to live with him, and it's Kurisu's job to take care of her and make sure she integrates into his everyday life. And then some, because he magically gets a bunch more creatures.
Literally because
Why?
the
Because
government doesn't give a fuck.
Because harem. Literally because Miss Smith can't do her fucking job right.
Miss Smith is trying to do every horny Japanese male a favor and show them that, yes, you too can fuck the anaconda. You too can make Mr. Ed talk.
Oh my god.
That you too can make Donald Duck go, "Wah!"
Oh my.
Okay.
If I'm gonna suffer, all of you are going to suffer. Except Amon.
She's gonna be a pain in the ass
Let's set the
today,
stage here
isn't
for a
she?
second. I am somebody who was familiar with the show. This was something I watched not thinking I was actually going to like it 2 years ago, and being pleasantly surprised and entertained, and eventually hoping it would get a dub.
I moderately tolerate the show, and I've seen the show in its entirety before going into the dub, so I'm okay with it.
And Amon, what's your stance?
I am technically a fan of the manga, although I will note I am not enough of a fan to spend money on it. I get it through the library. But I have noticed something. I've noticed something. I think part of the reason I enjoy the manga is that when I get to the gratuitous ecchi bits, I can just read a little faster and get through them. I can't do that with the show. Show operates at a set pace.
That's fair.
It's not a comic.
So just to clarify, all three of us are familiar and fans of the material in some way or another. Megan here.
Why the fuck am I here?
Is here because
someone was a little bitch about having to watch Love Live.
I actually forgot about this until a couple of minutes ago. I remember I did a bet where I thought the bet was for 7 Mortal Sins, and then you do Monster.
Oh no!
I didn't remember this.
No, I would imagine 7 Mortal Sins was Jamal if anyone tried to make a bet.
No. Here's how this went. So, back about a year ago, when Love Live Sunshine was revealed to be getting a simuldub, 3 out of the 4 members of Team Grim Live, The Last Witch, Can You Save Us, decided, hey, let's watch Love Live. It'll be fun. We can vary up the genders to show that not just horny dudes who want to fuck little idol girls want to watch, but that girls enjoyed it too. So Jet and Roots were like, okay, and then someone's like, I don't want to watch Love Live. And I'm like, dude, if you watch Love Live, I'll watch Monster Musume. But then we all forgot because we all have collective amnesia, and we're a bunch of done... Oh, wait, we're not teenagers.
Second.
Well, we're a bunch of dumb adults.
You're the one that volunteered for this.
I volunteered because then you would have watched Love Live.
Yes, but you're blaming me.
She sacrificed
but you're the one.
No, she
I sacrificed my sanity to make you watch a good anime.
Okay, you know what? In my defense, I genuinely did have fun with this, and I have some fun with Love Live too. But you know what? That was a deal from 2 years ago.
Megan wants to kill you, though.
This is why.
This, kids, is why you have everything written down.
This is why we can't have nice things
so that we don't have another incident like this. But I've been told by fans you all like when I hate things, so...
You are a very energetic
Oh boy. So, let's get started. I just want to set the context here for everybody, and I feel that's good.
I'm hot in here. I have no fan. It's dark.
Okay. So,
turning my fan back on.
As always, what we're going to do is we're going to be going through the main cast of the series, discussing the casting and performances, and giving our opinions on the dub as a whole. Are we ready to start our own cultural exchange program?
I am ready.
I want to culturally exchange my fist with Andrew's face.
So I'll take that as a yes.
You're the one that volunteered in this program, miss.
I volunteered for this. I'm an idiot.
So, why don't we start off with the ADR director, the assistant director, as well as the script writers over here. And when it comes to Sentai shows, there's usually mainly one of 2 choices.
Sentai is the BBC of dubs. We have 3 actors, 2 directors, and a prop.
Oh.
It's a Dalek.
That's right.
That's bad.
I love them, but it's true.
We love you, Sentai. They've been getting bigger and bigger lately, so that's good. They've been expanding. They have been expanding. But, yeah. Director-wise, we have Mr. Kosuke Jones coming in here, who has directed series such as Air, Gatchaman Crowds, and Full Metal Panic. The assistant director is Shannon Reed, who has also been the assistant director for Amagi Brilliant Park, as well as Aharo X Machine Gun, but you probably heard us talk about him recently as the director for School Live.
And a good Sentai show.
Yeah, a good Sentai show. And as for scriptwriters, we have 2. Kosuke Jones is one of them, and he has done scripts for Chihara Fuyu, Sunday Without God, and Akame ga Kill. And Miss Caitlin Barr is the other writer, who has written scripts for Monthly Girls Nozaki-kun, Cross Ange, and Akame ga Kill.
Dear Lord, do they like giving that poor girl garbage?
Unfortunately, when I look through her credits, a lot of the stuff she tends to get is trash.
Or stuff that we're going to cover at a later date. but she does good work.
Yeah, she does. She does get some decent stuff every now and again. One involving volleyballs, but we're not going to talk about that.
Heavy metal broke my heart.
Jesus.
But this isn't a night for balls. This is a night for other things.
This is a night for balls, and I'm surprised didn't get crushed by a giant snake tail, a horse hoof, or tied up and made blue by a
Real
spider.
talk, Darling Kun is like the strongest motherfucker in the universe by the end of the show.
God. He is. He's like.
I'm pretty sure that Darling Kun's dick is made of adamantium.
Like by
vibranium.
By the end of this, I imagine his real life muscles would probably be even more swole than that of the interview with Monster Girl's teacher. But that's another show for another time.
Stop talking about good Monster Girl shows.
Anyway, who wants to start us off with this?
I'll go first so that we can put the salt in, and then you can palate cleanse with all the good children. Oh boy, this is hard. Spoiler alert, I hate this show. I don't know what gave anybody an indication that I have a general displeasure for a show where one of the lines is literally, just think of her as a child, and in the next episode, she's basically tentacle raping people. That being said, I guess it's solid if you're if you're into this and you honestly can't find a better Monster Girl show, or you honestly just want to fucking whack off to the show, you're gonna have a good time. Especially if you're a dub fan. I do find some of the performances to be flat. I don't find some aspects of a harem comedy show to be sincere when they need to be. I don't know if that's just my own dislike of the show, but I'm not gonna say that, like, Sentai's a bunch of lazy motherfuckers who don't care about the products, and because they're not. They put a lot of effort into this show. The writing, the direction's solid. I do feel like maybe that's certain background characters did come off a little bit stronger than certain main players. But honestly, my biggest disappointment in the show has to go to that I would expect the dub to be a little funnier. There's a couple of lines that I got a genuine chuckle out of, and stuff, but my biggest thing is that unlike a show that is trashy like Seven Mortal Sins, I don't feel like they kind of went super bizarre with it, but I feel like if Sentai pulled that shit, people would have lost their fucking minds. Like, I feel like they had a gun to their head and been like, we need to play this almost completely straight, completely comedy. It just didn't really do a lot for me as a fan. It didn't do a lot for me as an anime fan, one, because I hate this fucking show. I hate a lot of the content that they use for sexual humor. Full fun fact, I actually had to skip episode 6. I straight up could not watch it. I had to skip most scenes with Pappy and Sue in it. It made me incredibly uncomfortable. But I'm not gonna fault, like, Kyle or Caitlin or Shannon Reed or any of them for not trying and not giving them their all. But this isn't a show that, one, I would necessarily go out of my way to watch if it wasn't for the podcast or if it wasn't for a bet. And two, this is certainly not a dub that I would give my money to outside of streaming purposes. Like, I watch this all on High Dive, and I'm happy to give High Dive my money every month so I can watch this. But if you sat, like, a collection of Sentai shows in front of me, I would probably gravitate towards, like, Beyond the Boundary first, Nozaki-kun first. I will say this, though, I would fucking watch this show in a heartbeat over fucking Cross-Ange, though, so at least you got that.
You know what? I'll accept that fairly. Okay, so I definitely see that they did a solid job with the script in regards to, like, the material, but I do understand the idea that they could have gone a little more, like, crazy balls to the walls with the type of harem comedy show that this was.
Yeah, because, no offense, the visuals were kind of balls to the walls, too. I mean, this guy is getting, like, attacked by snakes, kicked by horses, tied up like he is a freaking, like, Kama Sutra doll by a fucking giant spider. There's a part where Sue turns into a freaking kaiju for some dumb reason. But, like,
cool,
it was cool as shit, though. That was kind of cool as shit. There's the budget for the show. Was just right.
No, that was
fucking
in the
there.
last episode. That's beside the point.
Yeah, with the carrots
anyways.
when Sensoreya has a food wars moment. But I mean, if you had to ask me which dub I would rather sit down and watch, if I was like forced to watch a bad ecchi harem comedy show, like a bad ecchi harem show, I would sit down and I'd honestly have a better time watching Seven Mortal Sins because I at least find Seven Mortal Sins funnier.
Okay.
I'm not saying it's a better show, but I'm saying I enjoyed myself more.
I'll make my defense to that a little later. In regards to what the actual ADR directing writing crew does, I think they do a solid job with the material. There's some funny directions. I can agree with some of the decisions being a little weird at first. Some of them grew on me. There's a couple that are genuinely solid and fantastic in my mind. Though I will say, there's a couple of background characters or nameless characters where I'm genuinely like, ooh, that sounds a little rough. Like, every time...
There's a little girl, I think, in whatever episode
I was gonna say,
like, Pappy
there's literally
steals
every
Sue.
time there are little children, everyone sounds like they're 30. Like, that actually distracted me more than, like, some of the other things. I'm like, why do these children sound like they can't go below underneath a certain octave? It's weird. But aside from that, like, I think the characters had enough impact and solid direction where it really mattered. So that's ultimately what you needed. They had fun deliveries, reactions, like the fucking sexual reactions. Several of them pulled that off really well. And the material, like the script was entertaining and funny, and from what I remember of the sub, it was close to that. It was fairly close to that with a couple of noticeable deviations, but it was, like I said, it was played like I guess straighter than some other like funny like trashy show anime, but I still felt they did a good job with it regardless.
You know what you said about the kids not being able to go down an octave?
Yeah.
Has everybody here ever seen the movie Dodgeball?
It's been forever.
Damn it, Bernice! the Girl Scout who was taking the raccoon tranquilizers.
Oh my god.
That's the immediate image that popped into my head when Andrew said they can't drop below sounding like they're 30.
Speaking of Tranks, I swear to God, Darling would be fucking dead because she was shooting Tranks to take down a literal horse.
She hit him with 3.
Exactly.
Mind you. Alright, Amon, how do you feel about the directing and the writing for this show?
It's pretty good for what the show is. But I felt like there could have been more to it. I wanted more zip. Part of the reason I like the manga is that I feel like as someone who's not terribly interested in like the ecchi harem stuff, I like it because it's like, hey, this is kind of goofy and stupid. Let's do that. Make it as dumb as hell. And I feel like it could have leaned more in that direction. And especially because like it's Sentai. I feel like compared to say Funimation, they tend to be a little more loosey goosey with their dubs. So I was kind of looking forward to that aspect. And it wasn't like unpleasant to listen to, but I was hoping for more. I didn't quite get it.
Welcome to the one time where we're being hypocrites to several of our past episodes.
I know, right? It's great.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because we're always like, oh, stick to the letter. It's like, no, stick to the spirit of the show. You can go a little out there sometimes if it's necessary.
No, it's like,
I mean, I don't want to say
fair. I just felt it funny to point that out.
I mean, I don't want Akka sudden, like a show like Akka sudden throwing like, fuck you, Nino. I'm a fucking G-ass prince, motherfucker.
There are shows where you can get away with it sounding like its own abridged series, and there are shows that you cannot. I would argue this falls closer to the side if you can get away with it.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Like, as someone who watched the show originally a couple years ago while it was airing, it's weird because it's one of the fewer like harem ecchi shows that I can tolerate. Though this time I was surprised because I forgot that when I originally watched the show, there was no such thing as nipples.
Oh yeah!
Oh yeah, this is a risky ass watch, guys.
Whoops.
I'm sorry, you got a face full of poppy vajayjay.
Yes.
At
But,
least they wasn't done in detail like the titties were.
yeah. But I fully agree with Amon. This is one of those shows where you could have really had fun with it. And while there were some fun moments where I did get to laugh, I felt like it wasn't as fun. It wasn't the fun, funny, stupid thing that I would have.
There were a couple
for.
other things I didn't catch, though. Sorry to interrupt. I just remembered when Doppel straight up kicks the orc pig and he's like, "Sorry, I'm not your anime waifu girlfriend." I'm like, "Oh, that's."
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
Yeah, like that moment was funny.
And at some point, I remember hearing somebody like when Mia was drawing attention to herself. I heard somebody with the camera say #snake monster. I'm like, where'd that come from? Okay.
Yeah, like, there are small moments, but I felt like they could have had much more fun with it. But I think, like, I kind of agree with Megan. It might be a case of maybe it's the fan base could possibly come very hard down on it.
I'm not
no
gonna
offense, the limited edition for this show sold out like super
I'm not
fast.
gonna blame the decision for like sticking close to it, like, because I think that's not a bad thing, but I see the idea that this is the type of material and type of show you can probably afford to be a little looser with.
Basically, I'm gonna put on Gigi's pants for a second. I'm gonna be Gigi. I know what I'm getting myself into with this trash. I expected trash. I didn't get trash.
I got pretty good trash, but you didn't go to the bottom of the barrel.
I got decent trash. Exactly. Like, you could make this very, very trashy if you wanted to, and that's what I was hoping, expecting to go into it. Didn't happen, which I can understand why it wouldn't happen, but it would have made my watch of the dub much better, I think, if it went a little bit trashier. That's just me.
I understand, but I guess as one of those fans, I probably would have been a little, like, in certain situations, like, it's like, okay, I can take this in small dosage, but if you're just going to literally drown me in #YOLOs, I'm gonna have a problem.
Yeah, no, that's too far. No, that's
so long
like
as
too
it doesn't go
far.
that far. So long as it doesn't go too far to that route. Like,
Granted, we're anime fans, we're picky, what the fuck, I don't know.
we're critical as shit.
I've also thought of another potential cause, which I at least find very amusing, since usually these have to be sent to Japan for okaying first. I am delighted by the idea that some businessman in Japan is like, no, you must take our masturbatory Monster Girl comic very seriously. How dare you?
I don't think that
You make a
was
point.
it, but it's Toho. Oh, that's why they got away with Godzilla, because Toho.
It's fucking Toho. Toho wants you. I mean, come on, guys. We already know that there's a subset of people who just fap to Godzilla anyway. I don't think you need to make Godzilla sexy. I mean, she's already pretty hot.
Is there Godzilla?
Oh, come on.
Porn out there?
Of course there's Andrew, my sweet
There's
summer
everything.
child. There are people who want to fuck Godzilla like there are people who want to fuck Simba.
People want to. Oh wait, of course they do.
Dude, have you seen? Now we're giving Simba the sex eyes.
She does.
God.
Can you feel the love tonight?
We're gonna
Simba,
we're gonna be
Beyonce?
feeling a lot of the love tonight, Megan. But I think
Can we
I
move
think we
on?
said it.
Do you want to fuck the snake girl?
Stop it!
Okay.
Stop it!
So,
Steph, let's move on while they're distracted.
So-
Maybe they'll follow.
Okay.
we
gotta move on.
Do not insult my titty show. I will call a fucking SWAT team on your ass, Megan.
And segues, ladies and gentlemen. So,
Your waifu is trash.
You say that like I'm not hugging my pile of trash in the corner.
Oh, I didn't know you had a Mina body pillow.
anyway, let's talk about our first set.
You feel good about yourself?
I laugh every time Andrew talks because his icon on Skype is still Graham from Bakano. So I just assume that Graham from Bakano is yelling at me about his love of a bad titty show and Mina from Mike.
You feel good about
I
yourself?
mean, that does sound very plausible.
You feel like a big girl right now? You proud of yourself?
Oh my god.
I'm a big girl now, just like Tito.
Yeah, let's talk about some good big girls. Yay!
Tito!
Oh my god, you guys are not gonna shut up, are you? Christ! Alright, so the first set of characters is the Mon Squad. They are basically, best way to describe it, they are that SWAT team. They are a bunch of mythical creatures that basically deal with cases that involve mythical creatures. And the four that we have Zombina, who is obviously a goddamn zombie. Tionisia.
No! Zombina's a zombie! No! They prefer the term Walking Dead.
Hey.
Shut the fuck up. We have Tionisia, who is an ogre.
You thought the best girl
we have-
was the snake, but it was me, Tio.
Somebody once told me that
Shut up! We're
gonna
never gonna
roll
get
me.
through! God damn you guys! We're never
Mia
gonna get
ain't
through
the
this episode if you don't
sharpest
Okay,
tool
stop!
in this
I just had
Megan!
to stop say because I love Tio. Continue.
I fucking hate you guys right now. Monaco, who is the Cyclops, and we have Doppel, who is a doppelganger, and she can transform.
Creative naming, Japan.
I know, right? So, going over who voices these characters, Zombina is voiced by Kira Vincent Davis, who has been in series such as Azuma Gadayo, Elfen Lied, and Razafon. Excuse me. Tionisia is voiced by Christina Strope, who has been in series such as Brynhild in the Darkness, No Game, No Life, and Trinity 7. Jade Saxton is Monaco, who has been in series such as Log Horizon, Food Wars, and Ushio and Tora. And then we have as Dopal Miss Emily Neves, who's been in Umaru-chan, Amagi Brilliant Park, and Say I Love You.
No wonder I like Dopal's voice.
I like Dopal's voice. Who wants to go first and talk about these four?
Somebody once
Okay.
told
No!
me
Stepping in
Tia
because
was
Megan's
the
being
best
punished
girl.
for Shrek. Anyways,
But it's all ogre now.
Shut up, Megan!
knew it was coming sooner or later. Okay, so going first, Zombina. Kira Vincent Davis, I had notes as she's spunky, feisty, will kick your ass, call you an idiot, and fuck with you and get you to sew her boobs on because sure, why the fuck not? She's fun, and I think Kira does a pretty good job getting her personality come out. She's very feisty, and she's very much no nonsense, and I could totally see her beating the shit out of Miss Smith for missing work. Like, I'm gonna kill you! I'm not dealing with this shit today, hell no! Monaco is adorable, and Jade Saxton continues to be a favorite of mine as she's very good at playing a lot of different roles, but this one she's playing much more huggably adorable. She's fantastic whenever I get the chance to hear her, and I think she does a great job making Monaco sound very soft-spoken, shy, but also with a hint of personality, and a bit of a badass, too. Like, every time he just sticks a gun on somebody, it's like, god damn, girl. Holy shit. Doppel's a snarky little jack-off, but I really like her voice and her direction. She kind of does it. She's a bit of a troll, and I respect that. Tio as Christina Stroop. This was a name I was not as familiar with, so I was a little worried about her playing this character. She surprised.
Probably because Christina actually hasn't been in
She hasn't been in that many, so I didn't actually know what to expect from her. I think the thing I noticed more is that Tio is basically like 300 pounds of moe, but in this she went for like a much more like noticeably high school preppy teenage girl voice in my mind. But I actually think that works pretty fantastically for Tio, because she's very much just trying to have fun and live her life while still like being a badass and being a government soldier, more or less. She's full of energy. She's got a lot of comedic possibilities. I enjoy every time she's interacting with any other character, even if it's a dolphin. Let her keep the dolphin, you fucking cowards!
She can have the stuffed dolphin, not the real
My
one.
God, it was so cute. It was so cute, but the dolphin was so scared.
Ma'am, please put the dolphin down. They don't survive out of water very long. Please, ma'am, please.
I love that
Ma'am,
entire
ma'am.
sequence.
Flipper, deader than lightning.
All right.
Shut
All right.
up! I'm going to
All
kill
right.
you.
No, you're not. You
I
love
got
me.
it out of my system. The Mon girls are underrated best gals. Tio is the actual best gal.
Amon can go next. Fuck Megan.
Thought we were friends.
Not today.
Monster Squad. I thought they were all pretty good. They were probably some of my, if not favorites at least. I thought they gave some of the most strong, well-rounded performances. My favorite was probably Zombina, in part because I thought Kira got the chance to do that slightly looser, more wise-ass tone that I wanted the rest of the show to have. And also she got the stupid jokes I appreciate. Like, man, he almost made my heart start beating again. Yes, this is all I have.
Before I let you go any further, there's something I want to mention. Like, I know Megan's got some songs about things, but I got an aesthetic thing that actually annoys me about the anime, and it's this.
Okay, what's that?
There is no physical reason that Zombina should be blushing. She has no blood circulation.
Yeah, she has no blood. That's stupid.
Cause it's no. Here's your reasoning. Cause fuck you.
I
That's
understand the reasoning, and I understand they're all like.
Why was she able to remove her own breast? Because fuck you.
See,
That's why.
Because what the
She's
fuck
not even
not?
the character that bugs me the most, because there technically is blood in her, even if it's not properly circulating. There is at least blood in her. There's another character I have a bigger problem with that. Continue.
Andrew, she has the bottom and top half of her heads are from two different people, apparently. Like, this may not be the realism hill to die on. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay, fair.
That
I also
bitchy
don't-
zombie
I also
shouldn't
don't-
be able to fucking blush.
Yes, I also know she is a zombie, a fictional creature.
Fine.
Just saying.
Alright.
I mean, you don't see the zombies on The Walking Dead fucking blushing now, do you?
Alright.
Cause fuck you, that's why. Megan, I guess you can go next.
Oh,
Oh wait, you didn't have any on the other
it,
You didn't
bitch!
have any on the other three I'm on?
Oh, no, they're all very, no, I thought they're all very good. Minako was charming, Tio was hilarious. Davel didn't leave much of an impression, I think it's because she didn't show up quite as much.
That's fair.
She's not in their Spotlight episode nearly as much, but, like, she's good.
Okay.
First of all, I would like Doppel to put a fucking shirt on.
Put some clothes on!
None. You're at work, you crazy bitch.
Nah, it's Mystique rules. She's naked all the time.
I accept this
mean
as a
it's-
counter. I accept
doesn't-
this as a counterpoint. Except for
Doesn't
that.
mean it's good.
Except for back in the day, Jennifer Lawrence Mystique, aka the inferior Mystique, did wear clothes. So, also don't at me in the comics. We all know the original actors from the original films were better, even if those movies were kind
Is
of fucking
anyone
bad.
gonna at you on that?
Some poor, pathetic Jennifer Lawrence fanboy.
I don't think
Anyway,
those
Megan.
are our fans. Anyways, continue.
I mean, we've been added for stupider shit. I genuinely enjoyed these girls probably out of all the monster girls the most. I honestly kind of wish the show was just more about them like fucking doing shit, because they were a lot more interesting despite not being like as, I can't believe I'm using the term fleshed out and like a fucking zombie.
Womp womp.
Nice. Womp, 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 womp.
Dear diary,
Revue.
today I died a little inside. But no, I really, really liked Kira Vincent Davis's Zombina. I felt like she had a lot of energy for being. She really reanimated the character for me.
Wow.
I
all
keep
the
walking
zombie
into
puns.
this.
I'm not gonna
Jesus
laugh
Christ,
at every
I'm dying.
pun because you're gonna pun everything.
I'm falling apart here.
You're falling apart at the seams. Let's be real here.
Themes.
Oh my
Those
god,
are
all of
odd.
the puns right now.
But no, like
we're
I
gonna need
really,
to have a
I-
counter in the corner for this episode, aren't we?
We
we should
might.
just have a
Ding,
counter in the corner for how many
ding.
times I scream. But
we might.
no, I feel like she really got her. Jade Saxton as Monaco. At this point, it's honestly what I expect out of Jade Saxton, which is sad. Honestly, I feel like as a studio, between her characters from Food Wars and this girl, that I feel like they just keep casting her as the shy, meek one.
Clearly, you haven't
When
seen
I
Log
feel
Horizon.
like I, Sword Art Online traumatized me. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, fair.
Um,
I mean, fair. 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 I mean
I mean, out of the two shows, I would specifically, like, kind of know that she's a big part in. She's kind of the softer, meeker one, where I feel like Funimation actors really kind of utilize her a little bit better. That's not to say I didn't really enjoy her show, her character, and I enjoyed her moment, and I like that she had, like, the least fan-servicey date with Darling Popsicle Man. The vanilla ice cream in a human suit that is Darling. What was it? Dopal. I like Emily Neves. I really wish that Dopal showed up more so that she could be a snarky little jagoff a little bit more. But let's face it, Tio is the fucking best one of them all, to me. I like that instead of going, like, the moe cute voice, that she kind of went more ditzy schoolgirl. And that she is the most endearing of them all, out of all of the girls to me. I just really, really fucking enjoy Tio, or however the fuck
Tio
you say her
Nisha,
name.
aka just Tio for short.
Tio. I just kept calling her Tito for some dumb reason.
Yes, you did. I'm like, why is she calling her Tito? I don't get it.
She's Tito
I'll
now,
say this,
bitch.
Megan, we're probably gonna bash heads a lot tonight, but we can both unite together, come together, and say Tio is best, and we want to hug that giant ogre lady.
I just enjoyed her, and I think the moment that kind of really got me was her reaction to when they're fighting the ogres who like hentai. That just also fuck that scene. I wanted to punch them all in the face. But I liked her character. It's like, but I'm a girl though.
And then proceeds to bust
like that
the
type of
fucking
shit.
wall down.
Yeah. So Tio is the best. Honestly, I think the Mon Squad as a set of voices were probably my favorites in the show. But that's good, and I'm gonna let Lilac talk because I'm rambling.
Yes, you are. Yeah, I can agree with basically everything you guys have been saying. Like, this group of characters are probably some of the best of the show itself. Though I will disagree. Dopal is my best girl.
Okay.
Dopal is a snarky little jagoff. I loved it. I think Emily Neves portrayed it beautifully. Jade Saxton is Jade Saxton. She can pretty much do no wrong. Kira Vincent Davis definitely brought a lot of the tomboy aspects that Zombina has to her, and I did enjoy that very much. And then Christina as Tio, I'm not as fond of it as you guys are, actually.
Okay.
I'm not as fond of it. I think it was a little too much airhead to me. But it was, like, mixing it, all four of them together, though, they do have great back and forth and great banter with each other. So I think the four of them together are really good, and they play off each other rather well. So still really good performances for all of these. Let's see. We ready to move on?
Let's go on to say that these are all good girls with the worst fucking boss in the world.
One of my friends keeps retweeting Voltron porn.
I'm sorry.
You make it sound
Is it
like
at least
that was
good
you,
porn?
Amon. Like, I'm sorry.
Because Amon tweets Voltron porn on a daily basis. No. Anyway, let's move on, because a lot of these are now going to be pairs, except for Darling Kun, which we'll get to at the end. So the first pair we have Miss Smith, who is the government official who is one who oversees and operates for the Cultural Exchange Between Species Act, or the Cultural Exchange Program,
She
too.
does all that poorly.
Yeah, she doesn't get paid for
Okay,
enough for
can we
this
all
shit.
just say this? Fuck
You know what?
Smith.
Yes.
You're a bad
You're
person.
You're terrible.
worst.
You're a terrible person who oversees this program. You're
I mean,
terrible
to
at it.
explain like the moment that kind of sealed the "fuck you, Smith" moment. Hey, I know that you're kind of having a tough life, so here's a killer spider.
No, the one that really got me was like, oh, did I forget to mention we could have reimbursed you for all of your food spending.
No. The worst part, in the middle of the night, what was it? The third episode. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. There's a full moon.
Yeah.
There's a full moon. Them bitches are gonna be wild. They're gonna wanna have all the sex.
Literally everybody
Whoops.
is in the mood simultaneously, and you're alone with three of them. Have fun.
Yep.
Don't die.
Have fun. She's terrible at her job. And then we also have Lala. She actually comes in the last three-ish episodes of the series. She is a Dullahan.
No, wait, you're wrong. It's the Dullahan, as this show pronounces it, but that's another argument for another time.
Whatever. Dullahan, damn it. But
Damn it, Drew, stop posting Voltron porn.
But anyway, she comes in the last few episodes of the series, and essentially she tries to take Darling Kun's life, but then eventually she just kind of backs off, and she ends up being the 7th member of the household.
Basically, she's trying to kill him, but the reality is she's just a chuny fuck.
Yeah, basically, if we had to give her a character type, she's a Chunibyo. That's for sure. So, the two individuals who are voicing these characters, as Lala, we have Miss Carly Mosier, who has been in series such as Black Bullet, EF A Tale of Memories, and Hamatora. Meanwhile, Shelley Colleen Black is the voice of Miss Smith, who has been in series such as Book of Bantora, Dream Eater Mary, and Log Horizon. Who would like to go first with their thoughts on these two performances?
You know what I noticed watching this the second time? I'm getting some, like, every time Miss Smith is, like, in the corner, like, trying to be a government person, like, especially in the tent when they're, like, doing the terrorist takedown, I got major Integra Helsing vibes from her. If it's just for, like, the black suit and the really long hair.
Ooh,
and,
you say that and now I
like,
see it.
I didn't think of it at first, but it's like, wow, it's Integra, except, like...
Ooh.
Is that who plays
No.
Integra?
It is
No,
not
it's
who
not.
plays Integra. The person who plays her is
Far
Kyo
from
from Clannad, which I immediately recognized.
I've never watched Clannad.
Recognized her from the sort of sassy, spunky, sexy, dangerous nature that she gives off. But I think that she's great at being Smith, and being Smith is basically like, how do I be, like, on the one hand, it's like, I do not get paid enough for this shit. On the other hand, you are dealing with people's livelihoods, trying to give at least the biggest iota of a fuck, maybe.
What, in the Japanese bureaucracy? Never.
Side note, it's Victoria Harwood who voices Integra.
Yeah, I did not think that.
Thanks.
Okay, what were you gonna say, Megan?
I was just gonna say, let's count the ways that Miss Smith fucked up. Let's see. Nearly constricted by snake. Ran over by horsewoman. Face full of bird vajayjay. Whatever the fuck's going on with Sue.
I mean, I should point out, the implication is that Darling, they got the wrong house. And that Darling should be involved in this anyways.
Yeah, I was gonna bring them to...
Where the hell are this kid's parents?
They were transferred for work, remember?
Oh, yes, the good old Japanese transferred for work. What is that, like the Disney equivalency of I went up to the farm?
Yeah.
What happened to little Akira's parents? Didn't you hear? They got transferred for business.
Miss Smith takes them out in the yard. Look at the bunny girl. Shh. Let's see if anybody gets that reference.
Good God. I like the slime girl, George.
You can bet all the slime girls you want.
It's okay. Oh, God damn it!
Boy, this took a turn.
This took a weird turn. Welcome to classic literature, boys and girls. Read of Mice and Men, okay?
Next up, the
Of
intersection
slime
between
and
Musume
men.
and Great Expectations.
Oh, man. Look, if we're being real...
No, but now I seriously... I heard a dog whistle, and I don't know if that's my mother telling me to shut up. I think my mother's going to make me go up to the farm up north.
In another right. Anyways, I think Shelley Colleen Black is great at Miss Smith, but Miss Smith is actually, like, the worst person in this series, bar none. Not even just because she's, like, a freaking human or anything. It's just, she genuinely is a terrible person.
Proof
really
that
is.
humans are, in fact, the real monsters.
Humans and the government are, in fact, the biggest pieces of shit. This is something we've...
I mean, we did have those two one recurring
Literally,
couple
the racist
that would like
Gyaru
tease the shit out of
couple.
everyone. Yes, we
got
had
punched
them.
in the
Who at one
face.
point gets like an American
I
truck.
got punched in the face.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
By the way, one of those was voiced by Caitlin Barr, and the other was Andrew Love.
I thought the other one was Kyle Kobe
No, that was
Jones.
Andrew Love, I think. Anyways.
Oh,
I gotta
deserve
look
better
at this
Andrew.
shit.
Okay,
Hold on,
so
I'll
while
figure
you're
it out.
doing that,
According to ANN, it is Andrew Love who voices the
okay.
racist guy.
Anyways, give me my thoughts
Okay.
on Carly Mosier. She's great as the goddamn edgy, chuny idiot, and she makes me laugh. She doesn't get much to do, but when she is on screen, she is hilarious, and I enjoy her immensely. And one of my favorite things was that Darling instantly recognized that she's this edgy piece of shit when he's dropping all these fake like death flags, and then he's like, "Oh, you're full of shit. You're just an edgy, chuny person." It's like the reason he knows is because, oh yeah, his secret past was that he was a chuny, edgy idiot.
I love season 3 of Chunubio and Other Delusions.
Basically, and I thought that was funny.
What if this is just season 3 of that show and no one ever
Look,
noticed?
already there is
That'd be
more
scary.
action going on than most of that show, so that's another thing. Anyways, I liked both of the performances of these characters. One character's a piece of shit, and the other's a funny, tuning idiot. Moving on.
Okay, who's
Look at the
next?
slime girls, Mr. and Mrs. Kimihito. No, I'll go next. Oh god. I guess I liked Carly Mosier but too bad she actually didn't really get to do that much shit. She's kind of shows up, and is basically headless, edgy, what's her nuts from Danganronpa.
She couldn't get ahead of the crowd.
I'm gonna go to New Jersey and hit you, Andrew. I hope you
I'll
know that.
deserve it, I know.
Okay, I'll
Please
go with
hit-
you.
please-
we'll
please
road
hit him.
trip it.
Please hit him with the giant Akira box you just got.
Amon,
No,
we'll road trip it.
no, I will not damage that. I'll hit him with a piece of wood. That's the same size as the Akira box.
The best.
Okay, continue.
I think you need to send Andrew on a business transfer.
I need to go overseas.
Seas.
Jesus Christ.
Near, far, wherever you are.
So is going on a
But-
business trip in Japan basically like we're taking a trip to Lake Laogai?
Yes, there was no dub in Boston Say.
Jesus Christ. Guys!
I'm sorry. We need to keep moving.
I'm sorry, but that got a good reaction. But no, she was basically like she kind of reminded me of a more toned down, just because the character seemed more toned down, headless version of fucking Fukawa. Is it Fukawa?
In
Is that her
Danganronpa, she's Toko Fukawa, yes.
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 Yeah. She's basically headless Fukawa to me. I mean, it was funny, and I genuinely enjoyed some of that scenes because, it was less awful, but I'll talk about my hatred of another certain character next. Miss Smith, she was I don't think she did a bad job, but it wasn't necessarily what I think I was expecting. She got down the lazy dick easily. She got down lazy asshole to a T, but I feel like in the moments where she had to be authoritative, that she really wasn't. So I don't think her, like, the few badass moments she kind of had really worked. So, but again, it's not a bad performance, it's just not what I was expecting. I felt like it was going to be a little bit different than what I ended up getting. It was still probably one of the more enjoyable performances, as with Lala, but we're getting there.
Alright, Amon, how do you feel about Miss Smith and Lala?
I like these two roles quite a bit. I thought Shelley Cam Black really nailed the, like, I am not paid nearly enough to care this much, but I'm also going to grossly undersell my job anyways, because, whatever. You're okay taking on, like, 8 boarders, right? We'll renovate your house without telling you? That's fine, right? Right?
Yo, how the fuck does she renovate his house? Jesus Christ, does, like, Ty Pennington just show up?
The Japanese bureaucracy is very powerful. Very powerful.
Oh my god.
I mean, they did kill his parents.
Apparently.
No, they transferred overseas.
They're dead, Andrew.
They went
Let's
to a
face it,
funny
they're probably
farm.
dead. Because that's so much better.
Man, this story gets a whole lot darker when you take the context that the government purposely owns this child and destroyed.
I'm actually gonna note, I might have been misreading this, but I kind of assumed Darling was in his 20s and had just moved out. But maybe that's just me.
Maybe?
I assumed he was just an independent adult. That's
He
his
already
house.
is, basically.
He just lives there.
School doesn't exist.
Anyways.
So he probably is, graduated.
Anyways, yes, I like Miss Smith. She did the character very well, and I also enjoyed Lala because I find sort of pompous overdramaticness amusing, and I thought Carly Moser did a very good job of nailing that, and also being a doof who loses their head. I am Death Eternal. I've lost my skull. Can someone help me, please? Also, I can't imagine that scythe is very useful, given that it has a giant hole in it. But whatever. I'm not.
It's obviously
I'm not
for him
I'm
to
not a
put
roofer.
his dick in when they fuck.
That'll be very uncomfortable, I must say.
Ooh, someone's
Very,
gonna get hurt.
very uncomfortable.
Oh,
I mean,
boy.
for all we know, she's got fucking teeth down there.
Okay!
Not outside the realm of
Vagina
possibility.
dentata.
Oh god, are you good?
Steph, do you have thoughts?
I do. Miss Smith is a terrible underpaid government worker, and Shelley Colleen Black plays it wonderfully. I think this is probably one of my favorite performances of the show, because she's just so tired of this bullshit on a daily basis, and she just doesn't get paid
Boss
enough
makes
for
a
it.
dollar, I make a dime. That's why I poop on the boss this time.
I'm going to murder you if you keep derailing everything right now. And as for Carly, I like Carly Mosier as Lala. I think it's actually kind of different because it's not Togo Fukawa to me. I can hear twinges of it, sure, but when she goes the whole I am Death Eternal, that whole bit, at first I couldn't distinguish that it was Carly, and then when she got to her normal speaking voice, and she wasn't putting on this act about being the Reaper of Darkness, I could recognize it right away. And that voice reminds me more of Fukawa, as well as her character in New Game, more along those lines. But yeah, I enjoyed both of them a lot. Though Shelley Colleen Black, she doesn't get paid enough for this bullshit. I don't get paid enough for this bullshit.
I'm sure everybody
guys.
had a fun time being on this, honestly.
Oh, probably. But do you think we're gonna
I think
move on?
we're good, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, let's keep talking about some monster girls. So we're gonna talk about, oh boy, we have Miro, wow.
Okay, let me explain
I'm
this.
blanking on the name. I'm blanking on her last name. Lorelei.
Oh,
there
yeah.
it is. Yeah, Miro, who is a mermaid, who comes to
The
live...
little NTR maid.
the gothic Lolita mermaid, who loves tragic romances, and she wants to be part of a tragic romance as a mistress.
She also wants to NTR them.
Who are we kidding? She's NTR bait.
Yes.
That's right, boys. Do you want a girl who will let you fuck another girl as long as she gets to
Then just
watch?
get a polygamous relationship, you fuck.
Oh my god.
Andrew,
And then
if
we
they
have-
do that, no, go on. Sorry, you go on.
No. What's your thought?
No, I was going to say, Andrew, if they do that, there's no show.
You're right. You're right.
It would make me feel better. I would watch it totally. I would fucking watch
It
that
just
show.
means everybody
Oh my
can be
God.
friends and take turns, you know?
Oh my god, stop it.
I'm sorry I interrupted. Lilac, please continue.
I now regret everything. And then we have Reknaria. She is an arachnia. She's a human. She's a half human, half spider.
The amazing
This is
spider bitch.
this is a good combination for the best in the show and the worst in the show.
And she's she can be very protective of everyone and everything, but she's also rather sadistic.
She's dabbled in some BDSM here and there.
Yeah.
She's your BDSM leg fetish.
Oh.
Yes, pretty much. That's what she is. Let's face it, she is.
She is the one that Kimihito is canonically shown to be attractive to something about her, which is her legs.
Because he has a leg fetish. It's great.
Her design upsets me.
Why? Because she's just sort of a human torso awkwardly stuck onto a spider body?
Yeah.
Yeah, she has, two, dangly, out-of-place, mutated human fetus legs.
Oh, I forgot about that, yeah, because she's doing...
Because that's obviously where she's gonna spread him so she can get, the web shot.
Oh my god.
I am gonna ruin everything you love tonight.
So wait.
Oh,
I have a
anyway.
question. If she
What?
said that she had cobwebs in her vagina, is that an insult or is that a compliment?
Oh my god.
I mean, she can get them pressure washed out.
Jesus Christ. Anyway, we're gonna talk about who voices these characters,
We
okay?
should, yes.
Who wouldn't like?
Christ
Who wouldn't like a
almighty.
musty cream pie?
Shut the fuck up! Oh my god. So, the voice of Miro the mermaid is Maggie Flecknoe, who has been in series such as Amnesia, Red Garden, and Log Horizon. And then we have Courtney Lomello as Ragnaria, who has been in series such as Fate Kaliad, Utawara Umano, and
Underwater Ray Romano.
Yes, Underwater Ray Romano. Courtney, actually, similar to Christina, actually doesn't have too many credits to her name right now either. So, who wants to go first with their thoughts?
I'll go first because I'm pretty salty about this section. So I'll let everybody palate cleanse. From here on out, I am gonna be pretty split on the girls. And I'm gonna say this. Holy shit, it's a show where I actually like Maggie Flecknoe.
I know, right?
I didn't know you had a beef with this actress.
She's Yui in Diabolic Lovers. If
haven't
anybody's
seen
made me
Diabolic
suffer at Sentai more than the people who made this fucking dub, it's that fucking dub.
Okay.
Dramatical murder.
Though let's be fair. Diabolic
She got
Lovers
better
2
the
More
second
Blood
season.
is great.
That's because David Wald made it better. We all know David Wald was
So I have a
the true savior
question.
of More Blood.
Exactly.
Was it a problem with the dub or the character?
It's her
Got it.
acting as the character. Because, no offense, Funimation, Otome shit, yeah, even those girls can kind of do better.
Mm-hmm.
No offense, but,
I feel the
I
fact that
actually
you're
really-
saying no offense many a times, I feel there is some offense to be had.
no, I actually really liked her as Meru. There are many points where I was literally like, shut up, Meryl. Shut up, fetish Ariel. I want to be where the people are. I
No.
want to see everybody getting fucked but me. I also hate The Little Mermaid. But she was good. She was great. I mean, no offense. Out of all of the girls, Meryl's kind of the worst.
Unmistakably. Even fans are like, yeah,
She's the fucking worst. I mean,
Yeah.
Mia's a close second in my book. But she's kind of arguably the worst because she's just like, tee-hee, I just want to watch, I just want to be a mistress, and I want to do, but at least Maggie fucking away.
I want to be part of a tragic romance.
Man, to which, girls, if you're listening to me, don't fucking take this show as an advice, as an advice book. Go watch
Please
it.
don't.
what woman
Please don't.
would actually see this show as that's how I get some dick?
You know some guys are gonna see this is how you get some pussy.
I don't
Wow.
see this as that. I see this as a trashy comedy.
Andrew! Have you seen some anime fans?
Okay, fine, fair.
But she does good. She does the that kind of voice, like the secretly conniving Ashley from the fucking Recess. voice, and she's kind of charming in her own way. She's a fucking bitch, but Rhaenyra, fuck. She is by far not the one I like the least, but she's second place.
What? I'm
I don't really.
What does that mean?
I don't. There's one other performance I dislike a little bit more than Rhaenyra.
Okay.
She has moments that I think that she gets it. Like, I will say this for all of the girls, whenever they get angry is when I actually believe them. But when Rhaenyra tries to be, I guess, sexy, it doesn't do anything for me. It honestly just, it's like, you're trying too hard. It's like somebody who's... It just sounds like somebody who's trying to be sexy, but it's not. Like, I don't genuinely believe her. And I would not be like, okay, I will stick my dick in your spider pussy, but, I don't even have that equipment. But I'm not, I don't think it's the worst performance of this year. I feel like she is a good base, this actress, and I feel like her voice can work in other ways. I just don't think it did anything for me as Rhaenyra, and I'll admit, too, that the character really didn't do a lot for me. She has moments with her insecurities about how people treat her because she's not the pretty, like, human-y looking one that they can kind of do, and that they only appreciate the parts of her that look human, like her tits. But, and in those moments, I did kind of genuinely believe her. But whenever she tried to be sexy or, like, a little bit conniving, didn't do it for me. Also, she's kind of creepy and sadistic, and that was just really weird whenever she would just tie people up. So, that's my 2 cents.
I'm actually surprised at this. Like, there's a couple I would have totally agreed, but in regards to Rhaenyra, or Arachne, I actually thought she was one of the stronger ones of them. This is gonna sound weird, but I was pleasantly surprised by this. I didn't know what to expect. I thought she did a good job at being, like, threatening and dominating, while also being this very, like, conniving flirt, but also kind of trying to be the big sister as well. I thought she had a lot of fun with that, and kind of surprised me at that. I genuinely also did find her actually, like, being sexy and stuff actually was surprisingly effective. So maybe that's just me, or maybe that's just that, but I was pleasantly surprised because I didn't care for Arachne much at first, but I think transitioning to the dub, this one I actually had a higher opinion of, weirdly enough, from her voice. So damn, I was pleasantly surprised by this one, so I'll be the dissenter on that. Miro, okay, here are my notes on her. Very princess-like, authoritative and weird. Voice is 10 out of 10. Character is 0 out of 10. This is a no NTR zone. She actually is, like, that wouldn't even be a satisfying fuck. You just jack off on some eggs.
Dude,
wow.
Yeah, she tried to pull the Fry in that one episode of Futurama, that mermaid to Fry in the last episode there. Which, by the way, like, I called that coming the second it started. I was like, she's gonna want a baby, she's gonna want a baby. Yeah, let's make you even creepier, Miro.
Hooray!
Which is really bad, because I actually genuinely liked her character design.
Yeah, Yeah.
You got any more thoughts there on the performances,
not
Andrew?
much on Maru. Maggie did a good job. I was actually very pleasantly surprised by Courtney as Rhaenyra, and I'd actually love to hear her do more things, because...
Oh yeah, I would totally want to hear her in another thing, but I just Rhaenyra didn't do anything for me.
Okay. Alright, Amon, how do you feel about these 2 performances?
I think I generally liked both of them pretty well. I thought Maggie went into it. She knew what her character was, and she committed, and I appreciate that, because this is a weird show. And, yeah, more power to her for that. And I think I generally liked Courtney as Rhaenyra. can I put into words why? It felt the performance felt very appropriate to the character, and like, yeah, it was solid. Like at about the level I would probably want from this by my own early comparisons. That she like a lot of the actors, she probably could have leaned into it a little bit more, but they didn't. But I thought she did a commendable job.
Cool. I'm sorry, I'm eating my muffin right this second.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Little Miss Muffet sat on her.
You stop that right now.
Let's be honest.
You are not Andrew Dice Clay. Don't do that.
Let's be real. There's probably more than a couple of muffins that have been enjoyed tonight.
Whoa. Anyway, I pretty much can be said. I'm gonna side with the guys in terms of Ragnaria. I actually enjoyed Courtney's performance, not in a goddamn sexual way, since apparently that's how Andrew gets off.
What?
But...
Okay. What?
Sorry, you said it did it for me. I'm like, whoa, hang on. Anyway, I love you, Andrew.
We are all in
heterosexual.
We are all in a Monster Musume like space where we will not judge the moments that didn't work, and we will be like, okay, you know what? Sure. You know what the show is?
Alright, Andrew, how many times did you whack off to Ragnaria?
Okay. So
Judgment-free zone, Andrew.
Let me say this about this show in general. This is a show where you test your luck and see where do you draw the line at, like, where do you go, okay, this is funny, or okay, that is a sexual situation that is amusing and or titillating. This is a show that tests you and is like, where do you draw the line? And for me, that was everything about the egg-laying stuff. And in hindsight, because I genuinely forgot about it, all the stuff going on with, like, the forest lady.
I speak for the trees.
Anyway, I actually did enjoy Courtney's performance as Ragnaria. Similar to what Andrew was saying, she brought a good amount of the sexy to it, and the slight sadistic personality too. But you can tell that there's still at least something hidden more inside the character as well. Concerning...
Too bad the show is too busy trying to get you to whack off to go there.
Yeah, pretty much. And as for Miro is, yes, the worst character of the show, but Maggie plays it oh so well. Like, it's one of the few times where I actually enjoyed Maggie Flecknoway's performance, mostly because I need to watch more things that Maggie is in, not just Diabolic Lovers.
I'm sure she's a good actress,
finally give
just
Maggie
not every show is Diabolic Lovers.
They just keep putting her in bad shows.
Yeah, that's my problem. I need to see more other things that she's been in, aside from Diabolic Lovers. That's my problem, but I need to fix that. But I really liked her as Miro, because she played... Because Miro isn't really a spoiled girl, but she plays the she does romanticize about this tragic love story, and being this fatal mermaid or something like that. And Maggie manages to play it out very well, and I got a lot of enjoyment from it. So the two of them are, despite Miro being the worst character, I really liked both of their performances.
I'll say this about Miro. I got a genuine kick out of that she ate that one bit of Mia's cooking, and then she imagined, like, her legs literally being ripped apart and her body in pure agony.
She was recounting the Little Mermaid.
She was comparing that to the food, and I genuinely laughed at that, like...
Yeah, that is one of the scenes that did genuinely make me laugh. Next to the fact that Tito why do I keep calling her Tito? Tio stealing the dolphin.
Rocket power!
We are right. I would rather watch Rocket Power than this.
Okay, that doesn't mean anything. That's like, you know what? I would watch Citizen Kane instead of this show right now. It's like, that doesn't mean anything.
Actually, I would rather watch this again than ever watch Citizen Kane.
Whoa!
That's a story for another time. Let's move on.
Okay.
I'm sorry! I've got film studies PTSD. Do you know how many times they make us fucking watch Citizen Kane? Do you know how many times I've sat through the cabinet of Dr. Caligari? Too fucking many!
So this
more than 10.
people, Megan would rather watch Monster Musume 3 more times than sit through film classics.
No! I would not! I never want to watch any of them again!
And on that note, we're moving on.
I'm gonna murder you. I'm gonna flay you like a fucking fish.
We're gonna move on now. Oh no.
The other worst two characters in the show?
The two characters that are totally not
They
children.
are adorable. Let's okay, continue.
We have Poppy the Happy Harpy, as she calls herself. And then we have Sue, who is basically a slime monster. Pappy the Happy Harpy. I love that you have ice cream right now. And Sue, the slime monster. The big thing with Sue, though, being...
Did you just go get ice cream because we were talking about Pappy? Did you have this
See,
time?
I had ice cream when I got back from dinner, and I'm like, when should I go get it? And then I thought about it. It's like, you know what would be a good time to eat it? When we bring up Poppy.
You son
Hey,
of a
Lilac,
bitch.
can you edit in the gif of Guts punching Griffith?
If I don't, someone will. But
The GIF's been getting a lot of use lately.
I just keep that on my
Nice.
phone just for Andrew.
she pretty much does. The big thing with Sue is technically the Cultural Exchange Between Species Act doesn't actually apply to certain creatures, slime creatures being one of them. So technically Sue is living in Darling Kun's
Sue's
house
an illegal alien, everybody!
She's illegal. Politics. Let's not talk about that. So, the two individuals who are voicing these characters...
Why, God,
Baby Jesus.
why?
Here's the funny thing. I know we're not talking about predictions today, but if we had been, I got both of these right.
That's funny. But I can see it.
Because let's face it,
I'm gonna kill
we have
you.
Sue, who is a quiet, maybe almost like cutesy alien-sounding person. G, who else could we get to voice her but
Yay.
Monica Rial,
Oh, damn it, I had David Wald.
who has been in series such as Another, Beyond the Boundary, and Infinite Stratos. And then Pappy the Happy Harpy. Another cutesy kind of girl. Brittany Karbowski, ladies and gentlemen, who has been in series such as Angel Beats, Cross Ange, and Kokoro Connect. Do I dare set off with
Let's
Megan?
save her for last. I want to
Okay.
make some statements because I feel she's going to probably kill me or something if I'm not careful. So let me at least tread carefully on some of these, at least with one of these characters.
Okay.
I'll
Okay,
say,
go
first
ahead.
of all, out of the two, I don't care for Poppy that much. I agree with certain statements that even though she is of the age, she absolutely does not look and or act the age. And that's something that did bug me when the show was trying to be sexy with her. I will agree to...
Face full of harpy crotch.
Yes, I agree to that. I'll say this, I genuinely do enjoy her. She is adorable and fun, and like when she's with other characters, she has a lot of fun on-screen chemistry, especially with characters like Sue. Now, as for Sue, before I move on to Sue, I think Brittany Karbowski is great every time I hear her do things, and I think she was good here too. There was definitely some awkward stuff, and I can only imagine the screen direction one must receive as an actress to make several of those moans and reactions. I can tell either it is a very fun time or it is one of those, oh boy, I'm doing this today things, but I think Brittany does a solid job doing both. Now, my defense of Sue is this. First of all, I'll say, my quote in my notes is this. Monica's perfect and Sue is shaped like a friend, fucking fight me, Megan. That is exactly what I wrote.
Oh my
But
God.
let me explain why with this particular character. Here's the thing. I think this character is part of the things I do enjoy about this show. Particularly, she is hilarious. I think every time, like, she genuinely has some moments and some zingers and some opportunities where genuinely the absurdity is cranked to 11, and it is genuinely funny. Like, every time she's like the creepy scene with the director thing, and she's actually just straight up reading his mind to everybody. I thought that was hilarious because the director's a piece of shit, and thinking, why are my roommates throwing like ketchup condiments under my door?
What?
Probably to shut the fuck up.
They can hear you, Andrew.
That's probably why. But yeah, no. Genuinely, this character has some... And also, like, when she's eating all the poison stuff, and she's like, wow, that's hilarious. Like she's like, wow, he's stressed out because all these freaking freeloaders are eating his shit. It's like, oh, that's really funny. That's cute. I don't get this character as being, like, attractive or sexy, even though the show likes to do that. But that's... I could see how that is something that people wouldn't like, and I can agree to that. But I do think Monica is great when she does get to be cutesy Sue. Though Sue is always really funny and amusing every time I see her on screen, and I do enjoy her, even though she does have some awkward scenarios. My defense is that I think these characters are genuinely funny, not particularly sexy, even though that is what the show likes to do. That's my defense. I think they're funny and entertaining. And you know what? It's a fucking trashy show. I just had another thing of ice cream. This is a genuinely trashy show already, and I kind of accepted that that's what I was getting myself into with dealing with these characters, but I do agree with some points that Megan will bring up. Though I genuinely enjoyed both, and Sue's fun, and Poppy's... I don't know, I didn't like how Poppy was always like, oh, I'm the bird brain. It's like, oh, she's stupid. I didn't like that stuff. I like the fact that Sue was just sort of fucking weird. And yeah, I'm done.
Alright, Amon, how do you feel
and
about
you can continue.
Poppy
I'm gonna go
and
see
Sue?
what's up with my roommates.
Well, I have no particular for Poppy as a character. She's loud. But I thought Brittany Karbowski did a very good job given what the role requires. She was the correct casting choice, and I thought she put the right, sort of zeal and effort that you would have if you're playing a dim-witted bird girl of questionable age. What else? I also kind of enjoy Sue, but that's mostly because I find blob monsters amusing. And so, when Sue's, like, hanging out in a bucket, and she's just kind of a puddle with eyes, like, oh, it's a puddle with eyes, adorable. And then they make her sexy, and it's just kind of weird.
True facts.
True facts. But I thought Monica Rial did a good job, even if Sue doesn't say a lot for, like, the first half of her screen time. I kind of thought it was amusing that, once again, they cast Monica Rial, much like, say, the Evangelion movies, where she shows up to play a penguin who doesn't say anything, because he's a penguin. And I kind of I find that entertaining.
Pen's just trying his best, okay?
I know he is. But there's not a lot of English to be spoken, because he's a penguin. And much the same way I found it amusing, like, hey, let's take one of those famous voice actors in the industry and have her voice a character who mostly just kind of says her name, because she doesn't know anything else.
Except for when she does speak her mind, it's kind of the best.
No, that was great. I love that was a wonderful episode. She's like, you're a bunch of freeloaders.
Says the freeloader herself.
Yeah, says the illegal immigrant. Yes.
Yeah, the moment's definitely where Sue really becomes very intelligent and starts speaking properly are the funniest things in the world.
It's a good time. So yes, I also found that very entertaining. And on the whole, I like them both, even if I'm not necessarily in love with the characters themselves.
Okay, Megan, do you want me to go before you jump in, or?
The floor is yours, mother.
Oh boy, she's gonna have words after this. Despite how weird these characters can get, I actually really like these performances. Given what the show is, I like these performances. Both of them fit really well with these characters, and they do well with the material that's given to them. Monica is very well as this cutesy, childlike creature who's basically a baby and is learning shit, because she learns by imitating, and then things can get weird on many occasions, and people teach her the wrong things sometimes. And I like that. And again, whenever she got bigger, and then she suddenly became smarter, and she could, like, actually talk in full sentences, is when some of the funniest shit happens. And she's also the Godzilla monster, guys.
Yeah, I figured that was something Amon would especially like.
I forgot that happened. I was very happy.
Yes.
You got me a giant monster, my favorite.
As for Brittany Karbowski as Poppy, Poppy is very loud and obnoxious. Brittany makes her very loud and obnoxious, and it works very well. There are moments where things involving Poppy take a very, very weird turn. I think I have to leave that to Megan, but otherwise than that, given the material, given what the show is, I think both Monica and Brittany do very well with these two characters. Alright, Megan, you ready to unleash your wrath here, buddy?
Gather your chakra, young one.
Oh boy.
Take that weeb shit out of here. We're going beyond chakra gathering. We're going over 9,000, boys.
We're going Super Saiyan.
No, don't you dare bring that word into my house.
It's Super Saiyan.
Are we about to release the frickin' Fury, Megan?
We're about to release the
Is there an Ingwe Malmsteen song in the works here?
Yes. I'm gonna say yes, even though I have no idea what you're fucking talking about.
I'll tell you later. Go on.
Oh boy. I don't hate their performances. I don't hate them one bit, which is weird.
Mm-hmm.
Can you guys still hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I don't hate the performances. They're what they had to be for the show. Brittany Karbowski has to play a peppy, young-sounding, dumbass fucking bag of rocks harpy girl who doesn't understand probably why she wants to fuck the nice 20-year-old boy, but she's gonna do her best because she's Pappy the happy harpy, and she is too stupid to use adult words and be a fucking adult. And Sue is a fucking... I don't know what the fuck Sue is. I don't know what the fetish for Sue is, but fuck that character. Monica is doing her best. It's exactly what I expected out of them. It does not forgive the fact that it sounded like Wendy Marville was getting fucked. I could not separate Brittany Karbowski from that performance in that moment. Like, I was like, this is uncomfortable for me. I had to stop the show. I had to stop, back up, and be like, can I actually finish the show? I don't find that type of sexy humor funny. I don't find it comfortable. It is very dubiously close to stuff I don't want to say. Like, let's have an entire episode to exploit Pappy laying an egg and make it all sexual. Let's have Pappy's crotch go into Darling's face. Let's have Sue, literally the line that's in the dub for how Darling explained Sue to Centaurea and Mia is, think of her like a child. And it's like a wink wink, this is your fetish type of moment. And it bothers me. And I'm not going to discredit the two performances from being bad because the thing made me uncomfortable. But it's uncomfortable for me, and I didn't like it because it's two voice actors I really enjoy. But it's not bad for what the show is asking them to do. I'm not comfortable with it, and it made me very upset. And I felt like I needed to take a seat or take a shower after watching any scenes with them. Because seriously, where did Sue learn how to fucking tentacle rape people?
Good question.
Let's just move on, because I'm done here.
That's I'll say this. I completely understand your statements, and I completely understand the nature, and I could definitely understand it's definitely a little weird and definitely not my thing. I just genuinely like these characters, and they were very fun and amusing interactions.
Oh no, here's the thing though, like, when Sue isn't being, like, super sexualized, I enjoy the character. When Pappy's not being super sexualized, I enjoy the character. I just don't appreciate what the show uses them for.
Let me give you a hypothetical here. Back when Monster Musume came out, this was the monster show. There was no other alternatives or other explorations of it.
Isn't actually I Am coming out around the same time?
But I've not seen that, so I can't say.
It might have been, I don't remember.
In hindsight, there were things like I enjoyed about Sue and Poppy being more like being cared by like somebody else or being part of the family. I enjoyed that stuff, and I thought those were really cute and funny. I was less into those two being very like sexualized because they were in methodology and mindsets like much younger and or much more naive and a thing. I realized the thing I got with those two characters came out in later shows that I would enjoy, like Interviews with Monster Girls and Dragon Maid.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that the parts of them that aren't like sexualized
I'm just
are
putting
bad.
a hypothetical.
Like the family aspect.
A hypothetical of why I particularly enjoyed these characters and what I enjoyed about them at the time when this first came out. It was slim pickings, so I'm just bringing that hypothetical as a defense on why I enjoyed these two in particular, and also they are just genuinely entertaining and fun when they're on screen with other characters. Just wanted to point that out.
Okay.
Yeah, there were a few times where Megan would text me or call me while she was watching the show this past week, and she was like, I don't know if I can make it through this. Like, I have to skip every scene that Pappy's in. Cause
that is, like, sexual, but not, like...
That is
like, the
sexual,
part where, like...
but yes.
Like, the part where, like, Pappy and Sue are playing in the hammock that Ragnaira made. That's perfectly fine. Pappy and Sue versus Key is her name?
Yes.
That scene had to skip over a decent chunk of it.
Pappy's just knocking on the glass of that with that one guy in the maid cafe when they're both spying.
Yeah, like, that's funny. Like, that stuff is funny. That stuff is charming. That stuff's endearing. You know what's not charming and endearing? Having a character with the mind of a baby, like, suddenly getting giant boobs and trying to, like, get main character to suck on them, or a face full of
there's
harpy
one more thing
crotch.
I want to mention before we move on, and then we can be done with these two.
Mm-hmm.
The thing that actually annoys me, even though I like this character, the thing that pisses me off the most, why is Sue blushing? There is, like, you can argue with Zombia that there's no blood circulation. There is physically no...
Because fuck you, that's
blood.
why.
There is no blood. There's nothing there. There is no organ. There is no thing.
Because fuck you, that's why.
Why?
Because it is an easy visual signifier for mild embarrassment.
Okay.
Because why not?
Yes, but that bugged me.
Anyway, we gotta move on. We got 3 characters left to go. Let's move on to our last duo of the night. Oh, lordy, yay! Let's talk about Mia, who is the
second
Lamia
worst
or
girl.
the Lamia,
Mia, Mia the Lamia, or Snake.
Mia the Lamia.
Or Snake. And then Centaria the Centaur.
Yeah.
Shut the
or
fuck
Soraya,
up.
either or.
Or Soraya. But shut the fuck up. These two, along with Pappy for most of the series, are like pushed towards as the main 3 romantic interests. With Mia being the big romantic interest here. So the individuals voicing these characters, Mia is voiced by Alison Summerall, who has been in series such as Chaika the Coffin Princess, Little Busters, and Tamako Market. And then we have Miss Molly Cersei, who is voicing Soraya, who has been in Akame ga Kill, Gate, and Hanayamata. So, who's going to go first with their thoughts on these two?
I still have ice cream, by the way. It's good.
I'll go.
God damn it. Alright, Megan. Kick this off
Let's just continue my salt train.
Let's go.
Remember how I said Rachnea was my second least favorite in the show?
This. Okay,
You want to guess who's my first least favorite?
Gee,
is she a snake?
Wonder.
It's Sentai. I can't even say, like, I would like to hear this actress again. Because I feel like she was the flattest one of them all. Like, I did not believe Sentai wanted to help Darling. I did not believe any of her motivation. I did not find her attractive. I found Sentai annoying at best as a character with this performance. She was...
Oh, I thought you were talking about Mia.
No, I don't like Sentai. I actually have kind of nice things to say about Mia's performance. At least Mia grew on me. Sentai never did. I never got behind this character unless she was angry, like I've said about everybody else. But, like, when Sentai has to be, like, insecure and stuff, like, the part in, I think it's episode 8, when she has her little moment about judging Rachnea, and they're running through the street and everyone's taking pictures, and she's like, this is how people view us. Like, I did not fucking believe her one bit. That was an emotional high point of the show. That was a moment I enjoyed in the show, where Sentai is opening up to Darling about how people view them, and, like, how everyone just kind of still stops and stares at all of them, despite this being a 3-year thing, that people still treat them like they're the other. And she completely missed it for me. I didn't believe her. She wasn't sincere to me. I feel the same way about Mia, but at least Mia kind of had, like, in the moments where she really had to turn it on, she could at least give me something a little bit more than Sentai did. Also, I don't know why the fuck they picked Sentai. Sentai sounds so much more natural. It's not a Santar, it's a Centaur. Anyway, but going on to Mia, at least Mia was a little bit better. I didn't like this one thing they did with her, though, but whenever she had an internal monologue where she was, like, growling like the inner Sakura, they put some weird growly filter over it, which just was stupid. Like Rachnea, I didn't find whenever Mia had to be, like, sexual charming to be much. Like, the whole, I think it's episode 3, right, where she's like, you know, when snakes do it, we do it all night long.
Yep, that.
Like, that moment didn't fucking do anything for me. It just felt like a girl trying to be sexy for her first time. But, like, when she's against the dragon newt girl, that part was okay to me. The part where she, like, genuinely thought she made a connection with another person when she was getting jealous about Meru, like, that stuff kind of worked. And in the last I will say, though, that in the last episode where Mia has her little, like, over-dramatic, if I die, send me to heaven with him, like, that moment didn't really do much for me either. But at least I liked her more than I liked Sentai.
That's surprising, actually. I genuinely thought this was going to be the Mia Salt Train. I didn't know you were also going to be, like, fuck Sentai. That was surprising to me.
Sentai is, like, okay, and if we're talking about girls in terms of, like, best or worst in the show, Mia is easily number 2. Fuck Mia. Make her into a purse.
Okay. Anyway.
Alright.
Wow. Who wants to go next?
I'm coming to realize I actually, like, was pleasantly surprised by the ones you fucking hated. This is really shocking to me. I didn't with it. Like, I actually genuinely enjoyed Sentai like, nobility and trying to be, like, very classy, like, serving the thing. I wasn't 100% sure, like, what to expect from this voice at first, but she had to deliver a lot of authoritative lines while being a bit vulnerable, awkward, sexual at times. I thought she was a pretty sturdy package, which is a joke maybe, but I don't know. I was kind of surprised. This sort of helped me like Soraya a little more than I thought I would have a second time. Also, I'm going to fuck with you for a second and say, you are now physically aware that Centaurea has twin tails.
Because she has one on her head and one on her ass.
Twin tails. And that's funny to me. Mia was also another one where it's like, I kind of wasn't sure about this at first, and that was another one where it's like, this is a little brattier than I expected. But granted, in hindsight, this character's a little brattier than I expected or remembered, because boy...
She's just not sincere. They're just not sincere to me, and I feel like in a harem show, I should genuinely believe that all of these girls want this one dude's fucking cock.
Okay, no, that's fair, that's fine. Like, it did it for me. It's just, like, this was the one I was a little bit, like, less sold on. Like, she worked, but she was definitely a lot, like, brattier, whinier, and she did work when she was being very feisty and, like, comedic and screaming, and I agree with that. I guess I was surprisingly more favorable of Centaurea when revisiting the show than I expected in general. Though Mia...
Oh yeah, like, I mean, out of all of the girls in the main group, like, Centaurea does kind of get on my nerves, but I actually genuinely wouldn't mind her being the one he gets with. Because I feel like, yeah, they have a weird place where they start out, but she genuinely just does like the guy, and I feel like they have kind of more genuine moments with each other. But he's probably going to end up fucking Mia because predictability is predictable.
Understandably so. Though, at the very least, I kind of understand your logic now. Like, she was the one you were actually more able to sympathize, which is why you were a little more frustrated with her vocal performance. I think I get it now. Okay.
Alright, Amon, how do you feel about these two performances?
These are another two. I thought they were solid, and especially like they're saying with Mia, Allison does like the right voice for the role. Like I also don't care for Mia; she's loud. But I thought Allison did a good job capturing what makes her character her. I'm a little warmer on Centaurea. I found the sort of like pseudo nobility stuff amusing. Although I think I also like the concept of that more, because I feel like Molly does her best, but I think I got the impression she was given direction. She was given okay direction, but it was not something she specifically could nail, and she gave it her best shot. And, kudos to that. But I think there's a good argument to be made that they could have done that kind of voice for that character with a different actress and had
basically
it be
whoever Saber, like, because I remember Arcana way back when he was talking about this is like Centaurea was his best girl because she's literally Saber.
I remember.
She also has stands. I like that they kept the bit where they reference stands.
That was great. Is that a
fucking JoJo's reference?
That's your stand? Oh my god. Anyway, I'm yawning again. So, I don't know. It's a little bit... these two characters are kind of 50-50 for me. Though, I think Molly actually was the one who grew on me more and more as the show went on. Mia just stayed stupidly obnoxious the entire time to me. I liked the concern and the protectiveness that Molly put into Soraya's character. But yeah, I can agree that it also took some time for me to get into it. I think by the time we get to the episode, it's after Rachneya becomes part of the household, and Soraya finally speaks her mind, probably for the first time. Really, truly is herself and speaks her mind for the first time. I think it's at that point where I was like, okay, I really can get into this performance now with Molly. And then Allison... Oh my god. I like Allison Summerall. This is not one of my favorites from her, though.
Finally, somebody on my side!
It works for the character and what Mia is as a character, but it's obnoxious as fuck. And I'm not a big fan of it.
It's like, it's...
And I know, like, the show is like, here, this is the girl you're gonna end up with by the end of the show, and I'm like, no. I agree with Megan. I feel like if Darling Kun had to pick someone, I think it should be Centaurea. Because I think Centaurea is at least like, least problematic person of the group, honestly.
By the way, fun little fact, when they were actually, like, having that fantasy of pretending, like, Sue would be, like, their child, and, like, a bunch of, like, alternative AU pictures of them, like, as families with kids. I thought it was interesting how they sort of saw Darling as, like, two different kinds of people, where it's like Mia saw him much more, like, muscular with some facial hair going on him. Centauria saw him as a much more, like, studious, like, bookworm type. He's got glasses. Yeah. I thought that was a neat little thing, as well as just generally the tiny little snake child is like, you're cute, you seem fun. But yeah, no, I totally see what you're getting at, yeah.
Yeah. So, does anybody else have any other thoughts on Allison or Molly's performances?
Do not tread on us, but we will tread on you.
Alright. With that, let's get to our final character of the night, Kosuke Mojito. Oh boy. He is our lead character. He is Darling-kun. He is Master. He is Honey. He is
Darling, Master, things. Honey, sweetheart. He is Darling. It's just
vanilla. He's a bitch.
He's basically thrown into this without meaning to be thrown into this. But he pretty much has this really big, kind heart, and he takes all these girls in because a lot of them have no place to go, or they've had other host families that mistreated them or would see them differently, and a bunch of different things. So he has a big, kind heart. Probably too big of and kind of a heart for his own good, let's face it.
Though by the end of it, it's kind of like, I think you enjoy the punishment.
Yeah, kind of. And, what the fuck's up?
Oh, I love that, actually. I love how everything is dope.
It's kind of funny.
I love that. Like, I love that in the manga as well, since I actually did read, like, a lot of this in the manga, too. That's also why I was actually wanting to check this out. But I like the dopey cartoon blank eyes, and I like when it actually does become, like, a genuine face when, like, there's a sincere moment, or he's gotta punch someone in the fucking face. Like,
yeah.
Like, yeah.
It's great.
No, it's like, I know he's basically, like, he's vanilla, but he's a brand of vanilla that I actually do enjoy. Like, not just sort of diet vanilla you get. It's not, like, brand name. It's like, no, this is one of those, like, enjoyable vanillas. It's like a vanilla bean or a golden vanilla, where it's like, I could see myself having some of that again.
The person who's voicing this character, I have a story behind this. Several months ago, I was at work when the cast list came out. I hadn't made predictions.
Oh, this is where I started crying.
You freaked the fuck out. So in the middle of work,
I was pissed.
In the middle of work, I get text messages from Megan, and she's pissed. She's like, "Why did they do this? Why did they put this person here?" Obviously, she didn't tell me who it was, because she was like, "We must protect this boy. We must protect this boy. Why are we putting him in the monster show?" So I'm like, shit, who the hell is she talking about? So I got home that night. I'm like, let me quickly make a list of predictions, just get through it. And then I ended up, if we were talking about predictions, I ended up getting it right, because the second I looked at the cast list, I'm like, okay, this makes sense as to why Megan would be utterly pissed. So Bryson Bogus is the voice of Darling-kun. Oh boy. And the best part, I think it was, because Megan, I think, a couple days before the announcement came up, was like, "We must protect this boy! We must protect this boy!" So if you haven't heard of Bryson Bogus, he's still relatively new, but he's been a big up-and-comer in the past year or so. He's been in series such as Diabolic Lovers More Blood, Food Wars, and Is It Wrong to Try and Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon, aka Danmachi. So, who would like to go first with their thoughts on Mr. Bryson's performance?
I guess I'll keep it up. It was fine at first, and then it became the same fucking joke over and over and over and over again. that motherfucker just tries to be a nice fucking guy, gets his ass beat by a bunch of psycho monster girls who want to bang him like there's no tomorrow, bang him like a taiko drum, and then he's okay with it because this boy had his spine surgically removed.
Oy.
By the
well,
government.
I mean, what do you do when your parents are taken overseas, you know?
Obviously, you want to get some pussy.
Let's face it.
Mom's home, mom's gone, let's fuck.
Mom's not home, let's have the sex.
Hey, bae, I'm watching Junie Tyson right now.
It's
To which, go watch Junie Tyson if you need to watch a show with animal people. It'll be much
like,
better for your
I'm just
sanity.
thinking of that woke meme with Kimihito. It's like, your parents can't walk in on you having sex if their parents aren't in the country.
Right. Parents can't walk in on you having sex if they can't walk anymore.
Oh my god! Megan!
We created a deep, disturbing lore about Kimihito's parents, and I love it.
What if Mrs. Black didn't kill his parents, but he did, and forged the papers so we could get that sweet monster
we're
pussy?
going into some dark despair alternate universe.
Dude, what if they're buried under the
stop
house
going.
expansions?
Please stop.
Okay, so
Please stop.
So
We gotta get
outside of the dislike for generic wheat toast, what did you think of Bryson himself?
I mean, I would call Kimihito white bread, but white bread serves a purpose.
Oh,
but I mean, it's all right. I've heard him do better. I feel like that after the 10 bajillionth time that the joke wasn't funny and the reactions weren't funny to me anymore. I mean, it's a solid performance. It is what it has to be for the show. Like most of the other things in the show, didn't fucking do a thing for me.
Okay. I haven't actually...
Alright, who's next?
Okay. I haven't actually heard Bryson do that much myself, because I've yet to actually get around to watching the dub of Danmachi, or a couple other things that I know he's going to be in the future. But I was pleasantly surprised with how fun and entertaining he is when he's working off all these other girls, which that may be a joke in and of itself, but I don't even know. I actually enjoy Darling, even though he is like harem man. He's like harem man, but it's partly like either he's just putting up with this, or he's just trying to eat, or it's just like I kind of secretly enjoy the chaos and madness that is this lifestyle. Though at some point you gotta imagine, do you even sleep? Are you okay? Is the white in your eyes because there is no longer any sleep?
What if Kimihito is a monster boy?
Man, that would be a twist I'd love to see.
Who killed his parents and ate them like Cartman.
Wow! where are you going places tonight? This is the... Okay. I look forward to this fanfiction.
Megan, I feel I should point out, cannibals, while monstrous, are not technically monsters. Just putting that out there.
I mean, have you seen what Mads Michaelis looks like? Are you sure that man's human?
when you think about it, humans...
He's not inhuman, he's
when
just
you think about
Danish. There's a difference.
When you think about it, in the world, humans are the most dangerous monsters after all.
Dude, he totally ate his parents. That's why he has the room for the monster
God
girls.
damn
Man,
it.
I was okay with they were just shot at instead of going overseas bit, but when we're going into straight on cannibalism, that's when it's like, yeah, nope. Okay.
Oh shit.
God damn it, Megan! No, not again!
He's a missing ghoul.
Not
Okay.
again.
Oh god, do you want him to be a fucking ghoul?
I mean, he could totally be Takizawa from Tokyo Ghoul-Re. That boy was fed his parents.
I am gonna note I don't think we've encountered any sort of vampire-y things yet, so like it's on the table.
Yeah, it's going
there.
to happen if it hasn't happened already. I fell off the manga a while ago. But yeah, no, Bryson has a lot of eccentric moments. He's very fun, he's very derpy, but he's also very sincere and cool when he wants to be. And I genuinely enjoy his performance as Darling, aka Kimihito Kurusu. and I enjoyed him quite a bit. And I hope to hear him in more good things in the future, which I know I will. Continue.
Alright, Amon, how do you feel?
I liked him. I thought he was given a character who's very character design, draws attention to the fact that he's a blank cipher for you, the reader, to project himself onto. And given that, I thought he had a lot of fun with the role. I enjoyed him. He had, he gave it a much stronger reading than I think you could have gotten away with, given that, he's Darling. He may as well not have a name. There's nothing there. It's just a nice personality.
I genuinely forgot he had a name.
I'll be honest. I think that's kind of the joke. But I thought, look at him. Like, I don't think Monster Musume is a parody, but it always feels like a parody when
I don't think that's why I ever got too mad.
Its design builds into that.
How I ever got too mad at him being like Vanilla Man, because it feels like I look at him and it's like they sort of already kind of know.
Yeah.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah, but I enjoyed his performance. I thought he was a lot of fun to listen to. And it's nice when he beats up chumps. That's always fun.
That's great.
My arm.
He punches people in the face.
I can't believe they made oh hey, you want your eggs scrambled or something, and actually made it kind of fucking cool, even though the context of that scene is really weird.
I think Bryson was a pretty good choice here as Darling-kun. He plays the harem protagonist rather well. My only issue is I've seen Bryson do better roles than this. Not saying that this is the worst thing I've ever heard him do. It's kind of eh. I mean, let's face it. If y'all have watched Diabolic Lovers More Blood, he's much more entertaining in that show.
Honestly, he was one of the best performances in that show.
Yes.
And I expect good things out of him in another show that we're going to be watching very soon.
I'm so excited for that one, by the way. But yeah, he's a good choice here. I enjoyed the performance. It is very vanilla, which is the point of this character. Very vanilla, very straightforward, and the fact that they played it that way is perfectly fine. It's just that Bryson, in my opinion, has had better roles. I mean, he has Diabolic Lovers. He's fucking Takumi Dini in Food Wars. Oh, I love that one. He's one of my favorites from that one. He's had better roles where he gets to really have fun with and
But here's the thing.
But
this is a harem trash comedy show. This seems like the kind of show that you could have so much fun with in the booth. So it's maybe to us it wasn't that great. But I can only imagine performing this kind of shit must have been a fucking blast.
Too bad they didn't let it show.
Yeah, that's kind of the depressing part. But yeah, I liked Bryson here as Darling-kun. It's not one of my favorites that I've ever seen him do, though. That's the only thing. He's done better. But the performance here is still really enjoyable. I guess from there, we can just go into our final thoughts on the English dub.
Let me get it out of the way.
For Monster Musume. Megan, you wanted to go first?
Yeah, fuck this show.
That's it, she's done. Good night, everyone.
No, I didn't like it. I thought the show was kind of awful. I would never spend money on this. I'm happy that High Dive exists so I could not have to spend money. Seriously, thank you, God, High Dive, for existing. You are a bastion in a sea of shitty internet pirates. You are one of our many beacons, and please fucking support High Dive. The show is garbage. It's got an okay dub. It's not the worst thing of this. It's not the worst thing out this year, but it's not the best thing I've personally watched. I expect better out of Sentai at this point. This feels like a Sentai dub from a couple years ago at places. I think that there are some actresses who maybe aren't used as much that got used here. Maybe not to the best effectiveness, but I feel like maybe this is their shot at getting other shows. I genuinely enjoy one of the writers on this show, and I really can't wait to see them on a show that I'm highly anticipating with, I believe, a lot of the same direction team. Just generally, if you're someone like me and and we're very similar in anime liking types and dub types, skip this. You're better off watching a better Monster Girl show. Go watch Interview with Monster Girls. Go watch Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. Go watch A Centaur's Life. Go watch maybe Actually I Am or My Monster Seeker or whatever the fuck that show is. It's like a sub-only release.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, if you enjoy the show, I'm not going to think badly of you. I just think this is a bad anime.
I was going to wait for a little bit, but you kind of perfectly segue into what I wanted to actually say. What I wanted to sort of say is the reason we have those shows, or the reason...
Okay, look, I get it. I understand that. I completely do. But I still have a right, and I still think it's perfectly fine to point out that, yeah, sure, thank you, we have all these other shows because this one got popular, but you can still point out that this is a crappy fucking show. You can still point out that it's, like, trash and you don't like it. I'm just pointing out that I think it's personally amusing, because in that regard, it is, like, a necessary evil, in that... shows like Centaur's Life, Interviews with Monster Girls, Dragon Maid, those got to the confidence to be greenlit, or the confidence to exist, because the niche Monster Girl genre got the chance to make it big with this trashy show, to which I'm kind of grateful for, and I'm almost convinced the recent 7 Seas is doing so well, and why we might see some more Sentai dubs in the future is because this trash show sells. So, in a way, I get not liking it. I get you hating it. But I just wanted to point out that this trash is a necessary evil for more good things to come. And I'll leave it at that. Anyways, as for my thoughts on the show, this is goddamn... I'm not usually into trashy Ichi harem stuff. Like, I genuinely did not like Seven Mortal Sins because of the fact that not only were the designs in that really shitty, but also just because the context and the vibe of it was much more, like, unconsensual and genuinely, like, creepy, like, dominating, like, without any sort of wink or tongue-in-cheek. It felt much more, like, dominating, fucked up, like controlling, where there was no say or there was no one on either side being like, I'm okay with this. Well, I got more of that vibe from Monster Musume and that sexual stuff. But in general, this is a show that is goddamn actually hilarious to me. Like, it may not be, like, actually, like, oh, I gotta get off to this. It's like, no, it's goddamn absurdist bullshit, and it's a fucking grand old time, and it actually is something I have a lot of fun with watching, to where I genuinely have some good belly laughs. Some of the comedic timing, like when Mia smacks him, or when he punches somebody or whatever, like, it genuinely gives me a good chuckle. And revisiting even some of the dumb, stupid sexual stuff, it's like I'm having a genuine hearty laugh. It's like, I know it's problematic, I know it's probably not the best, but god damn it, if anybody else in Dub Talk is allowed a trashy, bullshit, unabashed, guilty pleasure favorite, then Monster Musume was mine. And I'm glad we got to cover this dub, because it had some problems, but it was genuinely a surprise in some regards, and I'm glad that this show was big enough to get a dub and be successful, and I did enjoy it, and I had a good time. And
okay. Alright, Amon, how do you feel about this show for your final thoughts?
I was, like, reasonably amused the whole time. Like, probably never gonna buy it. But I watched it on High Dive, and I was amused. And if nothing else, it is a dramatic step up from the last stupid harem show I saw, which is Show Me Sample, which is so very boring. And when it's not boring, it's just confusing. Like, this provoked a reaction at the very least, and that makes it way better.
Yeah, I feel like the worst thing a harem thing could would be fucking boring.
It's like I watched it, and it's like, this is why that guy I know online swore off manga after reading 4 volumes of Love Hina, isn't it? For a decade. Just nope. It's like, oh, this is what manga's like? Fuck this noise.
It's like, I'm out.
Yep. And like a decade later, he read Sailor Moon or something. It's like, oh, this is much better. I can get into this.
Nice.
Anyways, yeah, it was like, I enjoyed it. I don't regret watching it. I don't know if this is going to go onto the rewatch list anytime soon.
Alright. You good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, I'm probably one of the few people in our circle who actually tolerates this show more than I should. Because somehow I managed to get through watching it in the simulcast a couple of years ago while it was airing. I don't know how, but I was perfectly fine with it. The show itself obviously has its flaws. It's not going to be for everyone. It is a trashy piece of crap. And going into the dub itself, it's a good dub for what the content of the show is. Given what the show is about, what it's trying to do, and all the fan servicing moments that it has, this dub, I think, fits fairly well given the content of the show. It's not the greatest thing in the world. There are much better Sentai dubs out there. But because of what Monster Musume is, I think it's solid and I think it works. This show is not going to be for everyone. Clearly it is not for everyone because we have one person over there who's going to probably punch Andrew by the time we're done tonight.
I want you to know you're a very good...
I've moved beyond wanting to punch him. I'm done. I just want to go to...
You've been a very good sport about this whole thing, and I respect that.
But, yeah, this show's not going to be for everyone, and it's not one that I would readily buy. Unless it was, like, the dirt cheapest sale, I would not buy it. Because I don't think it's worth my money, personally. Just to own it. And then try to explain to my family what this show is about. But, given what this show is, I think this dub is rather solid, both in terms of casting, performance, direction, everything. It's just not going to be everyone's cup of tea.
Alright.
Yawning! Sorry. And on that note, I think we're done for the night. Is that correct?
I think that is correct.
Thank God.
Alright, so if you are interested in watching Monster Musume Every Day with Monster Girls, Everyday Life with Monster Girls? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Everyday Life with Monster Girls. I was like, where's the title again? There are a couple different ways you can watch it. If you're interested in seeing the Japanese version of the series, it is streaming on Crunchyroll. If you are interested in watching the English dub, the dub and the Japanese are currently available on High Dive, which is, as I keep describing it, the revamped anime network. They are still in their beta mode, and High Dive is a great streaming service. It's where you can pretty much find your Sentai and old ADV dubs. They keep adding new stuff rather slowly but surely.
I think they just added, as of the week of recording, haven't you heard of
that's one of
Sakamoto?
them.
Yes. That's one of them, and I know, because I was looking into this the other day, for example, one of the shows they don't have up there right now is actually Kino's Journey, in terms of older
That might
stuff.
be some other reasons.
Razapun's not up there either. Right, but I'd imagine eventually they'll get some of that stuff up on their streaming service. If you're interested in their streaming service, right now they still have their introductory monthly plan of $3.99 a month. I don't know how long that's going to last, because the streaming service itself is still in beta mode right now. And I don't know if it's going to go further than that, but hopefully. And another way you can also check out the show itself, if you want to shell out the cash to do so, there is a DVD Blu-ray version of this series. There is a limited edition version, which I believe is out of
I think they're
prints,
reprinting it, actually, but there was a period, and at the very least, it's the fastest I've ever seen a Crunchyroll collector's edition just get sold.
You mean Sentai?
Yes.
You mean Sentai.
I'm tired. It's the fastest I've ever seen a Sentai collector's edition get sold out. Usually they at least stick around for like a year or two and go on some sales. This one was like a couple of months, gone.
Pretty much. Well, yeah, they do have the DVD Blu-ray combo pack. Well, no, they have, I believe it's a Blu-ray version and a DVD version, though Sentai is actually recently starting to filter out all their DVD products. And they've actually been having massive DVD-only sales lately, which some of them, if they ever have that sale again, some of the DVDs are dirt cheap, and you're dumb if you don't buy them.
Some of them go in single
buy it if
digits
you're
at
dumb.
this point. It's crazy.
Some of them, yeah. Like the other day, like Kino's Journey is one of those ones that was in single digits, for God's sake. But anyway, those are the ways you can see Monster Musume if you're interested in doing so. If you're interested in any of the stuff that... Oh my god! I'm sorry. I need to stop yawning.
We're tired.
It's 9 o'clock. I have to go to bed because I have to work tomorrow. Okay.
So do I. I have to take a shower. My hair is disgusting. I guess we'll do our spiel of who the fuck we are.
That's what
Hi,
hold on. I was about to get into that. That's when I yawned. God damn it. Now you're stealing it from me. Okay. If you're interested in any of the things that we do, you can follow Megan at QueenEra2 on Twitter. She ship posts on a daily basis. You can also follow Andrew on Twitter at MangaMan9000, where he also ship posts on a daily basis. You can follow Amon at AmonDuelUS on Twitter, where he doesn't ship post, but he makes logical posts, and sometimes talks about dusty old songs you may never have heard of before. Sometimes.
When the mood strikes me.
When the mood strikes you. And as for me, my name is Stephanie, or Lilac, and you can follow me on Twitter at Lilac Anime Review, with review being spelled like a musical review. If you're interested in seeing anything else... Oh my god! Stop it!
We're almost at the home stretch. The home...
Kimihito's straining your strength.
No, right now she's being strangled by the snake to try and even keep alive.
Okay. For some reason, it's like when I get to this point in the night, I can't stop yawning. Like, when we're recording, it's like at the end, it's like, shit. And here goes another one.
Boy,
Now you're
I
making
just
me
thought of
yawn.
something. For, like...
What?
Let her finish.
Yeah, let me finish. Okay. If you're interested in anything that us weird nerds, professional morons, do on a daily basis who are sponsored by our own goddamn idiocy, you can subscribe here to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/dubtalk. We also have a Twitter, Instagram, and Tumblr page at dubtalkpodcast for all three, where we post dumb things, hopefully intelligent things,
and some
sometimes.
updates, and some things to have
and
you vote.
updates, and other things, and maybe not look like morons and talking out our asses half the time.
Which is most of the time, by the way.
Which is most of the time, by the way. Again, we are sponsored only by our own idiocy, ladies and gentlemen. But otherwise than that, that is all for today. I think we have completed the exchange program. I think it's time for us to go home to find our parents overseas.
God.
Maybe go to the farm. Go back to the farm.
Mommy, Daddy, I didn't mean for it to turn out like this.
Yeah, we're calling it a night. Thank you guys for joining us for this wild and crazy ride. And I hope you come back and join us again real soon. So with that, have a good night, everyone, and otaku on, my friends.
Otaku on, and let's hope we don't go overseas. You might never hear from us again.
Or the farm, for that matter.
Mm-hmm. Good night, everybody.